I'm a little late on this one. I feel like the transit is already kind of getting to me. But yesterday Mercury went into Cancer, and with Mercury in a water sign, just know that it's very important to speak from the heart, especially Cancer. And Jupiter actually went to Cancer today too, which I'm going to post a different video about that. But right now Mercury and Jupiter are linking up and exchanging this energy. And it's kind of a meeting of higher mind and lower mind, which will really help us push our philosophies forward and really expand our knowledge and way of thinking. I think right now we really should understand the power of the thoughts we entertain, especially with Mercury and Cancer. Cancers really like to think about the past. They're associated with the moon and emotions and our childhood, and just the things that we experienced when we were younger and more naive. And so those things will be on our mind a little bit more, and I think it's important to just allow curiosity to get the best of us, explore those emotions no matter how painful they may be, and really come to a conclusion about how they still affect us now and what we can do to change that story going forward. Today on June 9th, Mercury is square to both Saturn and Neptune right now, which can bring a lot of inner self-doubt. So if you're feeling a little down on yourself or struggling with your confidence, just know that it's because of Mercury squaring these two big planets. At the same time, we might be really sensitive and intuitive, really in touch with our emotions. And it's important to understand that maybe the things we're feeling aren't always true. Maybe we're feeding a little bit into delusion or imagination. And we need to not blur the lines between what is fact and what is fiction. 2 days from now, on June 11th, Mercury will be sextile to Venus, and so the energy will shift a little bit. Maybe we'll feel a little bit more in high spirits, especially because we're learning to lean into our social activities a little bit to not feel so down about the things that we're struggling with. So there may be some opportunities around relationships or creative endeavors. June 13th, Mercury will trine Lilith, which will allow our ideas to flow more openly. We'll be more open to expressing ourselves to people, and we're kind of learning how to tap into our inner voice and allow that to guide us. I think with Mercury trine to Lilith, it can be a lot of reflecting and introspection, but it's going to be pushing us towards the positive. June 21st, Mercury will trine the moon's north node, and we'll experience a little bit of an unraveling of our thought processes. We're trying to understand them, and at the same time, we're integrating new ways of thinking and new ideas. So with the North Node representing our purpose and Mercury representing our communication and thoughts, we're learning how these two work together to move us towards what is meant for us. Finally, at the end of the month, on June 24th, Mercury will be square to Chiron, and we may experience some conversations that bring up old wounds, but it's going to be productive. It's going to make us face a lot of the things that we haven't healed from yet, and undo negative thinking around those stories that we're telling ourselves, but at the same time integrating a new way of thinking when it comes to those experiences, and learn how to use them as a catalyst for change, positive change, because Chiron is all about healing, and Mercury is kind of just pushing us to really reach our potential for growth. Mercury in Cancer has a lot to offer us over the next couple of weeks, and for me, as someone who does have heavy water placements, I can already feel the effects. Like I said, I'm going to post another video about Jupiter entering Cancer because it's going to enter Cancer today as well. So just be prepared for the energy that the planets are bringing towards us.